You know, every once in a while, you stumble across something that's just so much more than it appears to be. Today, we're going to break down this student music video from the late 80s. And trust me, it's not just some class project. It's a perfect little time capsule about change, about memory, and about figuring out what's next. Right from the jump, that very first line tells you everything you need to know. See, this isn't a final, sad goodbye. It's a promise, a promise that the past sticks with you. It just sets this bittersweet but really hopeful tone for the whole journey we're about to go on. So who made this thing? Well, it was two University of Maryland students, Stu and Alex. It was their film project for a class, and it was all set to this original song that Stu wrote. But what's really cool here is the timing. This whole thing was made right after Stu's first band, the Cruisers, broke up, and just before he started his next one, The Slide. So it's literally a snapshot of an artist in transition. The director, Alex, he came up with this really simple but powerful idea for the video. He called it One Day, One Road. And that's exactly what it is. It follows this young artist on a symbolic journey, kind of grappling with his past as he literally walks toward his future. And that idea, that's the backbone for this whole story. So the journey doesn't kick off with some big, loud moment. No, it starts quietly with a single person lost in thought. We open on a farm in Beltsville, Maryland. You see Stu just squatting by a pond. His guitar is right there next to him, but he's not playing it. It's this classic shot, right? Someone just pausing right on the edge of a big decision just before the real journey gets going. And this is where the visuals and the music just click together perfectly. As that lyric plays, he finally picks up his guitar and just walks away. So he's physically leaving, but the song is telling us he's carrying that memory with him. It's the whole theme of the song right there on screen. Okay, so the journey started, but now it takes a turn inward. He starts to confront all the memories and the media that have shaped who he is. This is kind of the first part of his road of trials. All right, now this next line is fascinating because the video uses it to connect two totally different scenes. One is about this huge external conflict, and the other is about something deeply personal. Let's take a look at how they pull that off. So on the one hand, you've got this really jarring footage of the Vietnam War playing on a TV. That's the world crashing in on a massive scale. Stu watches for a second and then just turns it off. Then, boom, we cut to him on his bed, flipping through an old photo album. This is his personal world, the intimate history he carries inside. It's such a powerful contrast. And as he's looking at these photos, the video does something really cool. It cuts to these grainy home movie style clips of him and his friends just messing around. So it's not just telling you he's remembering, it's showing you the memories. It makes them feel so real and tangible. So after dealing with his inner world, the journey moves back outside. This time, it's all about testing his dreams against the real world, ambitions, failures, and all. Wow, this shot is just so powerful. We're at the University of Maryland's football stadium, and the camera pulls way, way back until Stu is just this tiny little figure, completely dwarfed by these massive empty bleachers. It just perfectly captures that feeling of loneliness when you're chasing a really big dream. And then the video does this incredible progression. We see him rehearsing in private in the basement. Then it cuts to that big empty stadium. That's the public aspiration. And then bam, it cuts to the reality. Him on a lit stage, actually performing. The entire artist's journey told in 3 quick shots. So good! The journey continues back on the road. He's trying to hitch a ride, as all these cars just fly past him. It's a great metaphor, isn't it? For feeling kind of disconnected, a little out of step, but still hopeful that someone will stop and give you a lift. Now, here's the part that I think shows the real charm of this project. There's this scene where Stu tries to do this athletic leap up onto a loading dock, and he completely misses. And the best part is they kept this blooper in the final video. After he falls, he just looks at the camera with this little shrug and a wink, like, hey, that's show business. It's this funny, self-aware moment that just shows a bit of resilience. And of course, the very next shot is him nailing the jump. It's a great little mini story about trying again. And all of that brings us to the final sequence of the film. It's framed not just as an ending, but really as a brand new beginning. This final walk is set to the song's most important line, its central promise. The music gets bigger here, and it really drives home that idea that moving forward doesn't mean you have to let go of what came before. The imagery here is just beautiful. He's walking down this path, lined with trees, deep in the shadows. He takes one final look back, and then turns and walks forward. And right up ahead, you can see the path just opens up into bright, direct sunlight. He literally walks out of the shadows and into the light. It's the perfect way to visualize stepping into a hopeful future. So, what does this all tell us? Well, for one, that even a small student film can be a really profound time capsule. It shows us that any journey forward is also, in a way, about looking back, and that these creative projects we do, they often capture these huge moments of transition in our lives. Really, it just proves that the most universal feelings can be found in these smallest, most personal stories. And that's where we'll leave it. So, I want to leave you with this question. If you had to make a time capsule of a big transition in your own life, what would that final scene look like? What's that one image that would capture you walking out of your own shadows and into the light? Something to think about.